And hello everybody, welcome back to another video. So I've had some problems with my internet, so today we're gonna sadly have to skip entanglement, but instead we're gonna do something that I've wanted to do for a while. We're going to take a bunch of different methods of transportation and compare the speeds. Now obviously I probably could have just looked up another video that already has done this, but I figured it would be more fun to do it myself, so I have a stopwatch and we're going to see how long this takes. We're going to start with running, no jumping. Let's go. So I did do this. Well, I did the first like 3 of them the first time, but one of my number keys is also my pause recording button. So yeah, that went poorly. So I need to not use the numpad. Okay, but the first one, I know you're dying to know. On foot, no jumping is 10.23 seconds. Okay, next is on foot with jumping. And yeah, these results are, that's at least the same result I got from the last one. You know, like 0.1 off or whatever. Okay, so for that one, we got 8.4 seconds. And once again, pretty much the same. I got 8.5 last time, but, you know, it's close enough that I'm getting pretty consistent results. It's probably more the timing that I'm hitting the start and stop button rather than actual change in speed. But next is on foot, speed, no jumping. The speed are the last ones I did, besides the pig. So let's go. Because, yeah, it was one of the pig ones that messed up the recording. And not one of them. It was the one I did. Okay, 7.3 seconds. So, yeah, this is a really fast one going along with the plane speed, at least in comparison to the other ones. And one of the things about these first couple ones is they're going to be a lot more convenient. Like, you know, with the soul speed one, you got to specifically lay out a soul sand pathway beforehand. So next is on foot, speed with jumping, which everybody knows should be slower. Okay. Because, yeah, these first couple ones, you just need a speed potion to do. Okay, 7.5 seconds. That was a little bit closer than last one I did, but once again, talking like 0.1 closer, it's still getting the same results. So very clearly, you know, I'm getting pretty static results, which is a good sign. We got pig no speed, and if you're wondering, it's like 57 blocks. I don't remember if it was 57, 58, but I remembered 57, so that's what I put. But it was somewhere there. Okay, so we're going to take the pig, line them up. Okay, restart my stopwatch and go. And that went poorly. Okay, let's take 2. Okay, line them up and go. Okay, we're obviously going to use a bit of the carrot to try and speed them up. Only speeds them up a little bit. Pigs are really slow. This one's more for the lols. Okay, and we got 15.2 seconds. Yeah, this guy is really slow. 15.2 seconds, though, when you consider the fact that it's a pig we're talking about here, and it only takes 1.5 times the running without jumping, that's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay, next we got a pig with a speed potion, which I'm supposed to still be down there for. Okay, so I just gave myself another carrot on a stick real quick because, yeah, the first one was almost gone. We're going to lead him out. And we're going to splash the swiftness potion. Boom. And away we go. Okay. And, woo, this guy's pretty quick. Oh, snap. That actually went a lot faster than I expected. I hadn't gotten to this point yet. 8.3 seconds. So when we compare that to earlier, 8.3, that's, so a pig with speed 2 goes about the same foot speed as you on foot running and jumping. Actually, it goes a tiny bit faster than this, believe, but that can also be chalked up to a bit of a margin of error. So yeah. So now I wrote these backwards, but I want to start with the horse no speed. I'll just leave it in that way, but yeah. We're going to start with horse no speed and do horse speed next. And I'm just going to put this on my hotbar, but let's see what we got. 3, 2, 1. Okay, and ooh, it's pretty good. 5.6 seconds. Now, one thing to keep in mind with this is that horses' speeds do vary. Not every horse is going to have the same speed, which is one of the reasons why I even considered not even adding them in. But I figured, might as well still put horses since they're such a common form of transportation. There'll be a bit more of an area of error since they're, not consistent, but yeah. Okay, now a horse with speed 2. 3, 2, 1. And, ooh. Oh, that's 5.1, but I want to try that again. Because him bucking was quite inconvenient. Let's give that another shot and see how we do this time. Boom. 4.0. That's what I'm going to put. I'm going to put 4.0 because that's what it should have been if the horse didn't, freak out. It had an extra 1.3 seconds or whatever because of that, which hurt it quite a bit. But 4.0 is currently the fastest thing on here. Nothing else reached that point. So I'm actually quite fine with that. Okay, so next we're going to need soul speed, which I'm going to drink a milk bucket and soul speed. Boom. This one's going to be interesting. I'm going to stand a little bit further forward so that I start with the speed effect, because otherwise it'll slow us down a bit. And if you're doing a soul sand path or soul soil path, the important part's going to be what actually happens when you're on it rather than the extra time it takes to get on it for large distances. So let's go ahead and start this up. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Ooh, I don't think this is going to beat the horse. 6.3, huh? Oh, that's really interesting. So, with a time of 6.3, the soul soil is not faster than the horse with no speed. As a matter of fact, 6.3, well, it's still faster than anything besides the horse. So, horses are a large hassle. So from the standpoint of if you don't want to deal with the hassle of a horse, it's still the best option out of these. But let's go ahead and look at Depth Strider, which I'm assuming is going to be, a bit better. Actually, you know what? Give me one sec. Okay, a little bit of preparation later, and got a splash potion of water breathing. I want to get this set up before we go, just because this way, since I'm not going to be able to flat out control it as well, since, I have to have the timer. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. Oh, I didn't get the timer. Okay, restart. 3, 2, 1. Okay, this is a very interesting one to me. Depth Strider 3 is not the best, but it does make things more convenient. Oh. Okay, so you might have wondered what the random, whoa was about. Let me get some more signs first. So the time for Depth Strider was 10.07. 10.07. The only things slower than that on this board are a pig with no speed and on foot without jumping. I thought Depth Strider was slower than whatchamacallit. I thought Depth Strider was faster than walking. But surprisingly, no. Okay, so this next one should be interesting. All my signs disappeared because I cleared entities. One sec. Okay, that was not something I'd planned, but we got our boats. We're going to start with packed ice. And let me restart my stopwatch. And 3, 2, 1. This one should be really quick. Oh, snap. Well, I guess it shouldn't be shocking, but it's quickest so far at 3.0 seconds. 3.0. I expected it to be like a little faster than our fastest so far, which was the horse with speed of 4.0, but surprisingly, it was a whole second faster. Now, I'm going to be very curious with this blue ice. Oh, wait, no, that was the blue ice. This is the packed ice. Oh, my goodness, I did it backwards. No! Wait, give me 1 second. Okay, it's in the right spot now. Blue ice is a whole second faster than a horse with speed. Packed ice. Now, this one I'm very curious to see because packed ice is a lot easier to get than blue ice. Blue ice is a pain to get, so it's like, this is probably a bigger deal for most people. But let's go in 3, 2, 1. Okay, and we're still looking at a time of 3.3 seconds. I do want to give this another shot on the way back, just because I did bump against some walls and junk. But let's see here. 3, 2, 1. Okay, that one I had a time of 3.44. So I'm going to give it its better time of 3.3. But even packed ice is super fast. Like, assuming I took its worst time of 4.4, the only other thing on this board that's faster than it is a horse with speed, which is pretty crazy. Now, the Elytra, this one's a bit harder to do, and by bit, I mean a lot. Like, I'm going to have to do this very precisely to pull it off. I'm going to do a quick couple practice rounds to see if I can actually pull this off. Okay, so I found a way to maybe pull this off. This is going to, for sure, be the least accurate of all of them. But let's go ahead and give this a shot. We're looking at about 1.2 seconds. Now, obviously, this was with me spamming rockets, which is never actually, a viable strategy because it takes too much rockets. But at the same time, who wants to put a massive row of packed or blue ice in front of wherever they're going? Once again, it's not like the other ones are very reasonable either. And I'm guessing we'd see a pretty similar time with that. Like, not quite as good, but still pretty good. So, obviously, Elytra here is our winner. Okay, I'm just gonna day again. But this is very interesting. Now, obviously, everybody's gonna have, their own opinion. And this wasn't any foolproof test or anything. That's pretty easy to see. But regardless, it's, definitely not a bad, in my opinion, method of testing. I feel like I didn't give bias to any of them, and some of mine might have been inaccurate. Like, for example, with that packed ice. On the way back, I got a 4.4 compared to a 3.3. So it's like that 1.1 second. I don't know where it came from, where it went, etc. So, yeah, definitely not foolproof, but I feel like this board is a pretty accurate representation of about what you're going to get for all of them. I feel a lot better about my testing method, knowing that the first 5 or whatever ended up only like 0.1 off from what they were the first time I did it. So yeah, I feel it's not perfect, especially the Elytra. The Elytra and Packed Ice are the ones I'm the most suspicious of. But besides that, I feel like everything else is gonna be pretty accurate and pretty much what you should expect from all of these modes of transportation. Now, there is actually one thing that I realized that we forgot to test. So actually, I am going to make a detour and test it. I didn't test an actual boat in actual water. So let's give this one a shot. Okay. Ooh, not super fast. We're looking at 7.3 seconds. So I did not expect that one. Does that mean that with 7.3 seconds, that's the same speed as, you know, the fastest speed pot, but still, it's definitely faster than moving on foot. Pretty much everything here besides the pig without speed, important distinction, is faster than moving on foot even with jumping, because with a speed of 8.4, okay, Depth Strider is slower. Depth Strider is the only thing on this that's as slow as moving on foot. So yeah, very interesting results. Let me know what you guys think down below. And yeah, I'd be open to doing more stuff like this. I don't really have many other ideas for stuff like this. This was just something that I've wanted to do for a long time, and was like, hey, why not make a video out of it? But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.